areas should you really be avoiding here in Utah? Hey guys, you click on this link because you want to know what areas to be avoiding in Utah, whether you're moving to Utah or moving within Utah. My name is Jenny. I've been a real estate agent for about 10 years now. I'm with Real Broker. We're going to be going over 4 different reasons of places you should avoid. High crime areas, low quality of air areas, places with low amenities, and commute time in some of these cities. So these are things that a lot of Utahns already know, but if you're not familiar with Utah, this is going to be a good video. So hit the subscribe button because I make a video every single week, and follow along in the video and let's jump into it. Okay, I picked air quality as something to maybe steer away from and look around when you're moving to Utah. This is something that a lot of people don't know about Utah, is the air quality in Utah can be really bad in the sense of around winter time. Now, summertime, we don't have an issue, but because we get the inversion where the Wasatch Mountains seem to trap that air from the winter time because of what's happening in the winter, we have issues where we get the pollution from Nevada, we get the pollution from California, and it gets stuck in Utah unless we have a large snowstorm or a rainstorm to clear out. And sometimes that can take months to get a storm like that to clear out that inversion. But there are other reasons that are causing air quality issues, and that is industrial. Industrial plants up in Salt Lake that do oil. They're just above the North Salt Lake area, and they actually affect the neighboring areas like Kaysville up there in Davis County, Kaysville, Syracuse area, Salt Lake, the northern Salt Lake areas happen to always get that bad quality of air as well for these factories. Now, there has been talk about moving these factories out because of the high population and density of people living in these areas, but nothing's on the map to move this. You move down south and you will get more industrial places like Geneva Rock. Down in Orem and the Provo areas, it has been an issue, especially in the wintertime. You'll see those pipes pushing out that area for the cement. Draper and Lehi also have one. It's more of a mining area for mining out the land to create cement. So all across Utah, we are seeing industrial. Not a lot. Every 5th city, you're going to see an industrial building where they're either mining oil or they're dealing with construction materials or building materials, and it can cause some issues with the air quality. I know specifically in Orem, they have talked about trying to move that Geneva Tower away from the population, but again, nothing has been set in place. We just need a little bit more push on that. On the flip side of this one, you guys, high good air quality would be closer to the Wasatch Range on the Wasatch County. So you're talking Park City, you're talking Heber, you're talking Midway. Great air quality over there. They don't have a lot of industrial. In fact, I don't even know of like any industrial businesses over there. Those happen to be touristy towns as well. Park City is a huge tourist town. People like to live close to the airport, so they try to find their way around that. So you've got like the big mountain range, you've got the airport, and then you've got Wasatch Range on the other side. And then you've got Utah County. So if you're looking at really good air quality, you can find really good spots of places that don't have industrial manufacturing buildings around them. But overall, in the wintertime, all of Salt Lake and all of Utah County does get affected with the air quality, and it might be something to look into if that could be affecting your health. Okay, this last one is kind of got a yin and a yang when it comes to, is it really like something that is bad in Utah, you know, and places to avoid because of it, because amenities. So cities that are lacking amenities. And the reason why I say it's like a yin and yang, it's because some of these cities are growing faster than the amenities can support the population. It doesn't mean the amenities are not going to go in there. It's just a matter if you can be patient and wait for the amenities. With that being said, I feel like these type of cities that are lacking some of the amenities are the best possibilities to buying a home or a rental property or an investment property because of the potential they have to growing the equity. So if you're capturing cities that don't have a lot of amenities, but are growing through mass population opportunities through new builders, that is key for me to want to jump in there and grab an equity opportunity. So let me give you an example. So like in Saratoga Springs, which is the neighboring city of Lehi, Saratoga Springs, Lehi was really, really growing. And then Saratoga Springs decided to be growing even more because Lehi was getting maxed out, and then Saratoga Springs didn't have the amenities. Nobody wanted to live in Saratoga Springs. I'm talking like 7 years ago, okay? It was like, oh, no one wants to make that extra 5-minute, 10-minute commute out to Saratoga Springs. Well, I saw that as an opportunity, and I've actually purchased investment properties out there because I knew the only thing they had going for them was a Walmart and a Wendy's, and I don't even think there was a McDonald's at the time, and maybe an IHOP, right? These are what we call rural cities. And Utah actually has spots of these, especially Utah County, which I think is a great opportunity for price point because a lot of people can't afford Lehi anymore. Lehi is now around $800,000, $1 million for a regular standard size 3-bed, 2-bed, single-family home on a smaller lot that's a newer build. Whereas, Saratoga Springs now was, around the 480, 520 price point for a 550 price point for a single-family home. So you can see the big difference there. Both of those have condos. Both of those have townhouses. So the prices are going to range in between those. But now that I've gotten into Saratoga Springs, the equity of my investment property, along with all of the other properties here in Saratoga Springs, has only increased. But you had to live without those amenities for a while. So like we didn't have a Costco for a while. You're having to find like a Jiffy Lube, or you're having to, need to get some mom and pop restaurants. That was like 0 to none. But now, fast forward 7 years, it's on fire. Like we've got the Costco, we've got the Home Depot, we've got the Walmart, we've got all the extra sushi places or the Thai places or the Mexican places. We've got we've got Chick-fil-A, it's exploded. You've got the Hobby Lobby, you've got the Smiths, there's so many different options that you can pick from now in Saratoga Springs that you're in a matter of 5 to 10 minutes away from. But there are still areas that don't have that. So Saratoga Springs is an example of that, where if you move to Eagle Mountain, who is the neighboring city of Saratoga, there's not very many amenities, and it pushes people away from it because they want to have a quick run to the grocery store that's not very expensive. Eagle Mountain is now that next city that would be considered low amenities. Another one would definitely be Santaqiun and Salem. So that's further down south. Great opportunities for cities to live in. So when I see lacking amenities with huge growth is when I think that's a great opportunity. But if you're that person who wants to have restaurants within walking distance or within a 5-minute drive, or if you want to get a Grubhub drop off with a quicker or a whatever call those food delivery places, then you are looking in more areas of like more established cities. So Lehi, probably not one of the greatest ones, but it's still there. You've got some great mom and pop restaurants in the downtown area, not over by the point of the mountain. But then Draper's a great one for restaurants. Bluffdale and Harriman, those are more of like farmlands. I absolutely love those areas, but you are definitely going to different cities to find your amenities. When you're dealing with Orem is incredibly known for their hole-in-the-wall restaurants, and along with Provo, a lot of young families living over there. Easy walk to whatever type of restaurant you want, stacked upon options of restaurants over there. American Fork, kind of similar to that. So it just kind of depends on if you're wanting someone who's a quick, easy, and go to the Home Depot or to a restaurant and sit down, or to have a cute little nook of library or coffee shop or cafe, then Saratoga Springs and Eagle Mountain and Salem and Santaqiun are not your options. So it just kind of depends if you are wanting that kind of lifestyle that could actually push you away from those cities. I hope this video really did help you in gauging, there's other things to avoid just besides price point or crime. There's other things to consider as far as air quality or amenities or commute times. It all is going to come down to you and to your story and your price point and what you can afford. And that's where I come in, where I say, let me be the professional. Let me break down your numbers for you with my preferred lender that I use. And let me navigate to what kind of culture and lifestyle that you want to be living that fits your job and the commute time, and maybe your health is considered there, and maybe having an extra amenities in your city. All of that is factored into location. So I'm here for you. There is a link down there below to get in touch with me on a calendar link. If it's not working, because sometimes it doesn't, reach me on a social media platform, Instagram, text me on the phone number down there below, or just email me. I am here for you. I'm available for you. And guys, I hope to see you guys in my next video. So I'll see you then.